Hey everyone, it's Kaylin here and welcome to my channel, Movement with Kaylin. If you are new here, then welcome. I hope you enjoy this class today, and please go ahead and give a shout out below so I can say hi if it's your first time here. If you are coming back today, then thank you to you guys as well. Today we're gonna have a standing Pilates workout. So this is gonna be all standing on our mats today. We're not gonna be using any props. Get ready to fire up those glute muscles. We're gonna find some single leg balance work. So we're gonna start with both feet on the mat first. So just find yourself in the center of your mat with all four corners of your feet pressing down. And I want you to already feel the core lifting up towards the ceiling. So really this kind of lifting and lengthening up through the side body, front body, and back body too. And once you start to feel that connection, I want you to start to rock forward and back on the feet. So you'll rock onto the balls of your feet and then onto the heels. You're only going to be able to rock so far before you feel like you're going to tip forwards or backwards. So just modify. Or you just want to feel the connection of the whole foot starting to ground down. So that's why we're grounding into the toes and the ball of the foot as we come forward and then the heel as we come back. Let's just do a couple more just like that, forward and back. And last one. All right, so now I really want you to feel, again, all four corners of the feet pressing down, maybe a slight bend in the knee so you're not overextending at the knee joint, which is what I tend to do actually. I want you to bring your hands down here into a little ballet type arm. So just a soft bend in your elbow, shoulders down and back. Now keep staying in this parallel stance. We're going to start to lift fully up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the arms to chest height. So I want you to go ahead and take an inhale. As you come up onto the balls of the feet, you lift the arms up to chest height, and then we lower back down. So we're already starting to get into those balancing muscles here. And I want you to think about, as you're lifting up, I want you to think about pressing into your big toe and into that joint, that big toe joint. And it's very common for people to roll onto the sides of the feet when they lift up. So I want you to really think of still grounding down through that big toe joint as well. Good. And every time you lift, you're going taller through the spine, again, pulling up through your core and center. Good, and lower. Let's do two more just like that. Good, and lower. Starting to feel those calf muscles in the backs of the legs as well. Lift. Good, and lower. This is a good time also to grab a chair, a foam roller, a wall if you have any trouble with any of these balancing positions, okay? We're going to start to alternate single leg. So again, feet under the hips here. We're going to start to transfer our weight to our left leg, draw the right leg up to tabletop position, and then send that left arm up to the ceiling. And then you're going to lower that arm and leg down, and we're going to switch to the other side. And we're trying to stay really level with the pelvis here. So we're trying not to shift to the side or swing that pelvis one side or the other, but staying nice and stable. And that does require that glute of that standing leg. You need to recruit those muscles to help with that balance. Good, lift and lower. So just starting to fire up that single leg work here. Good, lift and lower. Let's do two more each side. Good, last set. Good, step down with that left leg. I want you to take that right leg up to tabletop. Now we're gonna hold here in single leg. You can have your arms in front, you can have your hands on your hips, wherever you can find the most balance. And we're gonna lower and lift to just this leg. So again, you're gonna start to really feel those muscles firing up in that left glute. Good, tap and lift. Good, tap and lift. Four more. 3, 2. Good, last one. I want you to lift this leg up, keep it there, bring the toes, they're the inside of the foot, to the other knee. And this time I want you to bring your arms out front if that's doable for you. You're gonna start to open and close this right leg as you open and close the arms at the same time. Good, open. So this is that external rotation on that left leg. Excuse me, on your right leg. Stability on that left leg. Good, open and close. Let's do 3 more. Find something to focus on. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just take a moment and come right back into it. Again, hold on to that chair or wall or foam roller if you need to. Good, and then lower it all the way down. Good, shake it out. We're gonna switch to the other side. So right leg is grounded. Left toes, just get a point on the floor first just to find that balance and stability. Bring your hands wherever works for you. And then start to lift and lower that leg. And again, feel that foot of that standing leg. Is it rolling out to the side? Or are you pressing down through that big toe and all 4 corners of the feet? See, I feel as soon as I start to rock to the outside of my foot, I start to lose my balance. And this is my leg that is much harder to balance on. Good, back up and lower. 3 more, 3, 2, bring those shoulders back and down as well. Last one, good. All right, now we're gonna take this leg, this left leg, we're gonna lift it up, bring it to the inside of the right leg, and then bring the arms to the front. All right, so we're gonna open that leg out to the side. So we bring the arms open and then bring it back together. Good, bring it open and back together. And if you are wobbling more on one side than the other, just be aware of that. Be aware of what's going on. Maybe realizing that this side is maybe a little bit weaker, right? Maybe something happened in this leg previously. I sprained my ankle on this side and it has always been much more challenging to stand on. Good, last 2. Last one. Good, and then go ahead and lower those all the way down. All right, we're gonna move to face the end of our mats. We're gonna go ahead and face the side. Make sure you have some space behind you because in a little bit we're gonna add a lunge back here. So we're gonna start with some squats first. So go ahead and bring all 4 corners of your feet pressing down and toes, knees facing forward. We're gonna start to sit back into the heels as we squat back and then we lift back up. So just starting to get this squat motion, we're gonna add a little bit of single leg work here in a moment. So think of your knees, toes, ankles, hips on railroad tracks so they're all facing that same direction as we lower and lift. Let's do 3 more. Last 2, use those glutes, press it up and forward. Last 1, good, and lift. All right, now go ahead and bring your weight into your right leg. Actually, we're gonna squat first and then we're gonna bring our weight into our right leg. So go ahead and squat it down first. And then as you stand up, weight comes into the right leg, left leg lifts up, just like we did just a moment ago. Place that foot down, squat back, stay on the same side. Right leg, left leg lifts. Good, squat back. Good, and lift. Good, lower. And lift. We have just 2 more, lower and up. Last one, and lift. All right. Bring that foot back down. We're gonna go from a squat into a lunge, still staying on that right side with the right foot staying grounded. So go ahead and squat it back. When you lift up, you lift that left leg, bring it back for a lunge, tap the knee down. Good, place that foot down, squat. Good, lift, lunge back, and bring it forward. Good, squat, lift, bring it back, and forward. Good. Just 2 more here. So really feeling that right glute, that right side. Good, bring it back and forward. All right, now we're gonna combine those 2 movements, still staying with that right side, staying grounded. We are going to squat back. Come up, lift the left leg into that bent knee position. Keep it lifted and then squat it or bring it back into that lunge. Good, come back forward. Squat first. Lift the leg up, left leg. Left leg comes back to a lunge and then bring it back. Good, 3 more. Squat. We lift. Good, lunge it back. Good, and bring it down. Do the best you can to try to keep that leg lifted the entire time from the lift to the lunge. We just have 1 more this side. This time I want you to lift up. Hold this leg lifted. we're gonna add a rotation. Bring the arms forward. Send now the left arm back as you twist and look back towards that left arm. Right arm continues to reach forward, left leg continues to lift. Good, 1 more breath here. Good, bring that arm back forward, lunge it back. Good. Now hold the lunge, don't drop the knee down. Hold this lunge shape. Pull the core in, reach the tailbone down. Now this time you're gonna send the right arm back, left arm's gonna stay forward. Look back towards that right hand. Connect through your midline, so your inner thighs are magnets towards each other. Good, bring it back forward and step into this front leg to bring it all the way back up. Nice job. We're gonna go ahead and switch that all to the other side. Now that was a lot of work on that right leg, so let's go ahead and even it off. All right, so we're gonna start with that squat lift first. Squat, right leg lifts. Good, bring it down, squat, and lift. Good, 3 more. So we're only doing 5 of these individually, 5 together. Good, last one, and lift. Good. Now we squat, lunge it back into that lunge position. Good, bring it forward, squat. Good, send it back, and lunge. Good, step up, squat, lift, and lunge. Good, 2 more. Good, last one. And lunge. Good, bring it back forward. We're gonna combine those 2. So staying on this left leg, right leg lifts up to that bent knee position. Then we lunge it back. Oh, we forgot that squat. Okay, we'll add it next time. And then we come back up, send that foot down, squat back. Good, lift, send that right leg up. Now we send it back to the lunge. Bring it back forward, squat. Stand up. Good, use that left glute. Engage, right leg comes back. Bring it forward, just 2 more. Squat, lift, right leg lifts. Send it back. And forward, last one. This time I want you to hold that right leg lifted. This is where we add that rotation. Arms come forward first. This time we start on that right side. Right arm pulls back. Left arm reaches forward. Continue to breathe. You might feel some shaking, some wobbling, that's okay. Bring it back to center. Send the right leg back now into that floating lunge. Scoop the belly. Extend through that lower back, lengthening the spine down. And then we're gonna rotate to the left. Opening left arm back, right arm forward. Good, and then bring it back forward and stand it all the way up. All right, go ahead and take a moment to shake it out. We're gonna take a quick break, grab a sip of water, and I'll see you right back here for the rest of class. Now I want you to come to what's called a Pilates V, which is basically mean your heels together and your toes are apart. So easy to remember, your feet are in a V position with your heels always staying connected here. So I want you to, again, even though we're turned out here, we're still grounding through all 4 corners of the feet. Now, again, lift that core up, lengthen through that pelvis, back of the pelvis. It's almost like you're lifting through the front, lengthening through the back. Now, we're gonna find those lifts again here with both arms and both heels together. So keep those heels connected. And we're just going to inhale as you lift, arms lift, heels lift. Lower the arms, lower the heels. Good, let's do that again. Lift up. Good, and lower. If you find that your heels are separating, you might have to walk your toes slightly closer together. They might be too wide. So try that, see how that feels. That adjustment already made a difference for me. Good, lift heels together. Almost think of you're lifting all the way through those inner thighs, up through the pelvic floor, up through the abdominals, all the way through the crown of the head as you lift up. Good, lower down. Let's do 3 more. 3. And this is working external rotation in our hips, which is always good to work instead of just that forward motion, but other positions as well with the legs. Last one, lift. Keep those shoulders down. Good, lower the heels. All right, I want you to stay in this Pilates V position. And we're gonna start to move just a single leg at a time. So I want you to stay grounded into your right leg. And this left leg in a turned out position is gonna sweep forward and then it's gonna come back. So we're gonna do this 10 times, forward and back. So the inner thigh of your leg is reaching or is facing up towards the ceiling as you move. Lift and lower. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4. You're also trying not to put any additional weight on that leg as you move. So you want to keep this one lifted. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Good. And then bring it back. Now you're going to take that same leg, moving that same leg, and we're going to bring it back at a diagonal. So we're going to lift it. It's going to reach back, point the toe, and then bring it back. So we lift and lower. Maybe the arms come out to a T if that feels better for balance. Good, and lower. Good, point and lower. Good, 5 more. 5, 4, nice. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and bring it down. Now we're gonna still stay on that same side. We're gonna go forward and back, forward and back. So combining those 2 movements, okay? So from here, let's go ahead. Again, lift that same leg. We bring it forward and then we control that movement as we bring it back. Good, bring it forward and squeeze that glute to bring it back. Good, forward and back. 4 more. 3, 2, good, last one, good, and back, good, and then drop those heels down. We're gonna switch it to the other side. So let's go ahead and connect again through those heels. Other side, we'll lift off. We turn it, keep it turned out, and we lift and lower, bring it forward. Something I should have mentioned on the other side is you don't want to bring the leg up so high that you start to round through the body, okay? We want to stay lifted through here and not move anything else except for that leg in the hip socket. So if you start to round, lower the height of that leg so you're not lifting it up as high. Good. Let's do 2 more. 2. Last one. Good. All right, now we're gonna find that angled back version. All right, when you're ready, start to bring that leg back and then back forward. Good, back and forward. Sometimes it helps if you put your hands on your pelvis just like this in the front and the back. And it can help you feel if you're really tilting or moving it too much as you lift and lower the leg. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, and bring it down. All right, now we're gonna do, what are we gonna do next? Oh, we're combining the 2. Yes, I almost forgot that part. All right, so find your middle position here, pull in and up. Let's go ahead and send that leg forward. Good, through center, and then bring it back. Good, send it forward, center, and back. Good. Lots of balance work today. Again, use that chair, that foam roller, that wall as much as you need to. Good, 3 more. 3, 2, whoop, almost fell over. Last one, we got 1 more. Good, and bring it back. Good, and then go ahead and lower it down. All right, we're gonna move into a standing figure 4 stretch. So this is gonna be not only a good stretch for the hips, but it's also gonna be some single leg work as well. So we're gonna combine those 2. I'm actually gonna pull my mat back a little So I can stand on the floor. When you have a mat that's extra squishy, it's actually harder to find that balance, which can be good and bad. It can be more challenging. All right, so with your right leg, if you're gonna be mirroring me, it's your left leg on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and take your right leg, cross that ankle over right above the left knee. All right, now from here, we are going to try to keep that open knee out to the side as we sit into the squat. Ooh, feel that stretch, flex through this ankle here, that right one, and then stand it back up. So we're gonna move this. So we're gonna squat it back. Maybe this is where I need my foam roller. All right, sink it down. If you know me, balance is a challenge for me. Good, sink it down. Good, and bring it up. Good, bring it down. We're gonna hold this stretch here and just a few more. So give me 3 more of these. Good. And maybe we'll try to sink a little bit deeper into that figure 4 for a little bit deeper stretch. Good, we've got 1 more. Come down. Good, and lift up. Good, on this next one, go ahead and bring it down. This time, if you can, come a little bit lower and place your forearms on that right leg. That might help with the balance there. Just keep your shoulders down, try to keep your spine long. Now, if you want to, you can take your hands, keep this position with the legs, but bring your fingertips to the floor and straighten that left leg out just a little bit. Not so much that it's fully straight, but this will also give you a nice stretch in the back of that left glute. Drop your head. Good. On your next inhale, start to bend that left knee again. Come back into that squat position and then stand yourself all the way up. All right, we're going to switch that to the other side. All right, my more challenging side. Here we go. All right, so already you can see I'm having that challenge staying balanced on that left foot. All right, so you'll be your right foot if you're mirroring what I'm doing. Left ankle crossed over the right. Start to squat it down. Uh-oh, I'm gonna be in trouble with this one. All right, I'm gonna bring my arms more out to the sides here for this. Good, and then bring it back up. Good, go ahead and bring it down. It also is more challenging, just so you know, doing this barefoot, which is really good to do because you can really feel your feet on the floor. But if you were to do the same exercise with sneakers and more stability, for me, that arch support helps with the sneakers. It's going to be a little bit easier to do this exercise. That's why doing it barefoot is pretty cool because you can actually see kind of where your true instabilities are. Let's do 2 more. Good, last one, I'm gonna have that focus face on now. All right, sink it down. If I can do this. All right, I'm gonna come out of it for a second. If you're down into that squat, hold it and maybe bring your forearms to that right leg, or to your left leg actually, and hold there. Maybe bring your fingertips to the floor and then straighten out that right leg a little bit. Woo! Good, take another breath here. On your next inhale, go ahead and start to come back into that squat. And then stand yourself all the way back up. All right, guys, the hard part is over. I feel like those small beads of sweat on my forehead. That's what that balance work does to me. All right, so go ahead and widen those legs. We're gonna find a wide leg forward fold here. So let's go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. And I want you to feel that spine nice and long, shoulders down and back, and hinge forward here. So we're gonna hinge forward and hold this nice flat back as long as you can. And then eventually you're gonna let that upper body round forward and fold, letting your head come to the floor or towards the floor. Some people might be able to get their forearms down, maybe their head down. if you've got that flexibility and that range. Good, now walk your hands over to your left leg. And you're gonna hold on to the outside of that left ankle with both hands if that's doable. If you can only grab on with that left arm, that's okay. Bring your forehead towards that left knee. Good, and then walk through center. We're gonna go ahead and switch it to the other side. So right to that right side, hands to the outside of that right ankle or that right foot. Good, squeeze those inner thighs here. And then walk it back to center. This time I want you to, we're gonna start to sway the upper body. And when you sway the upper body side to side, I want you to start to bend one knee and then the other. So as you come to the left, you bend that left knee. As you come to the right, you bend the other knee. And so as you do that, you're getting a little bit of a deeper stretch in that opposite inner thigh. And then just start to continue to sway yourself all the way up to standing. Good, coming all the way up. All right, so now go ahead and walk those feet together or towards each other. Now, just keeping everything kind of loosey-goosey, we're gonna start to swing that upper body as you let that lower body twist and rotate as well. So nothing too crazy about this. Just trying to release any of that tension in the upper body, in the lower body. Good. Last one. All right, and then go ahead and bring it still and back to center. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but my legs are fired up, my glutes, that feels so good. I feel nice and energized. I hope you guys do as well. This is great balance work. Always great to include balance work throughout your workout routine. So you always want to make sure you're doing some sort of balance work as part of your workouts, because we do tend to lose our balance if we don't work on it. So even better as we get older as well. So thank you guys. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm gonna link, actually, if you want a little bit more of a stretch, I'm gonna link a full body stretch here, which will include some lower body as well as upper body. And I'm also gonna link a core workout down here as well. So thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat here next time.